Hi everybody, I'm doing another alcohol ink painting today, but today's painting I want to have a border around the edge, so I'm using just normal sellotape here on Yupo paper, as it's a great barrier to the ink. As long as you push it down well, it really does work quite well. Down. Make sure, to prevent it from getting under it. Again, there we go. I'm just going to clean this paper quite a lot, and I don't want it to repel any ink that goes on it at a later date. Oh, it's quite bubbly. Under there. Oh, that'll be okay. We'll see if it won't be. So what I'm going to be using today is, I'm just going to be using one colour, or possibly two, and as I've said in my previous videos, I do have a tendency to overwork the colours. I'm going to put on a colour, but I'm not going to use it all. I'm going to have some negative space in there, so some white negative space in the video and in the picture. So here's my attempt at some special effects. Oh dear, I don't know how old I am. My poor students at work, how they put up with me, but they seem to enjoy it and they seem to learn a lot. So what I was going to say was, I would normally use 99% alcohol, but as I showed you in the video yesterday, actually 75% alcohol can have a good effect as well. And so I think I'm going to stick with blues today. So I'm going to sort some blues out. And I know the blues because it's got blue written on the bottle. So there's a Sapphire Blue. And I have another blue. I will use both of them, but actually I can't really see any difference in them. And that's Baja Blue, or Baja Blue, I think it is. Baja, to be honest. So I'm going to put some in this bottle. I'm only going to put a few drops in here. Just a little bit in there. It's squeezed out rather than dropped out. And I'm going to put some 75% alcohol in this. Let's get a little funnel because if not I'm going to make a mess. And I got these little funnels when I ordered these bottles off Amazon. I think they're only $9.99. That's blue. I'm going to write blue on the bottle with a Sharpie, although that will come off because it's alcohol on alcohol ink. So there's blue, and that's the Sapphire Blue I used there. So I'm going to write Sapphire Blue on that one. I'm going to put a bit of this down, and so this is the Sapphire Blue. They do look exactly the same. They could possibly be exactly the same. Let's have a look. And now the Baja Blue. Oh, it's just quite a bit paler, but that might be because I've put less ink into it. Okay, and I'm going to use this sponge. Now, hopefully I've cleaned it out well enough that it's not going to transport all the other colours on it that I've used it with. But I did use it on a previous picture, and I did use 99% alcohol to clean it off. I've never used the word alcohol so much in my life. Right, so that is going to remain wetter for longer, don't forget, because it is the 75% alcohol. I'm going to put some drops in, see how that comes off. I'll put some here as well. I don't want everything just to be in that area. And then I'm going to put some drops of the Baja Blue, which is a lot paler. Pale, very pale blue look. when I take the sellotape off, what you'll find is you will definitely get that border happening. And I will be taking that sellotape off in a minute. Okay, there we go. I do tend to get these bits appearing, and I think that is it pigment now actually, but I thought originally it was the paper towel coming off because of the water and the alcohol, but it's not. I do believe that might be pigment in these inks because they're not dissolving as well in the alcohol where they're drying. Okay, so let's go for some 99% alcohol, and as you can see, 99% alcohol, and it's got the black rubber band around the lid. So that bit there is not quite dry enough, but this bit is, and it should reactivate those and start to spread them out. So we'll do those to see what happens, and then we'll do this bit here. Just a tiny drop there again. A bit more there to push that out. Dry that a little bit. Let's give it a nice texture. Put some on there. Okay, and I want these edges a little bit darker, so I'm going to put some of this back on. Yeah. And then go into there with my bit of paper towel. Build that up slightly. There we go. Now, when you do mix the alcohol inks with oh look, it's bled under there a little bit, but that doesn't matter. I can show you how to get rid of that. I thought I'd sealed that down enough, but it might be the water. When you do mix alcohol inks with alcohol, it does tend to take the gloss off it when it's finished, but you can varnish it. Now there is a varnish that they recommend, but I can't seem to get hold of that one in the UK, so I'm using a different varnish, which I will show you in a second. There, because it protects, enhances, and it has a UV protection in it, because they will fade quite quickly in the sun. So actually, I want to. Whoops! Did I say how clumsy I was earlier? And this is why I'm wearing a big overall. Actually, that's quite nice, but that is a bit messy. So I'm going to go over that with some spray dust, see what happens. Oh look, there's another colour appeared now, because that's probably on that bottle. See, we can't be too precious about our art all the time either, because art should be fun. It should be about enjoying yourself. It should be about, I'm really liking that, it should be about learning and just expressing yourself and having a good time. You know, we're not all going to be multi-millionaires from our art, and if we want to be, then take it more seriously. But if you just want it as a bit of to make you feel good or relax or whatever, then that's what you should do. Just enjoy it. Get down on it. There's a song there, isn't there? But I'm not sure if I'm allowed to sing it because it might be copyrighted. But there we go. I want that little dot there, so I'm going to blend that out a little bit more, and I want to blend this out a little bit more as well. Okay, so there we go, and kind of there. Let's see how that's going to dry. So I'm now going to come back in here with with the Sapphire Blue. Do quite a bit in there because I think that's too much of a contrast between that colour and there. I'm also going to do quite a bit there and quite a bit there. Maybe a little bit there, a little bit there. And then I'm going to soften that with the Sapphire Blue that I know is a lighter colour. There we go. Okay, and we can use the air to push this about, and this does make really nice patterns as well. And the further you hold it away, or the closer you hold it, the harder it blows. It's amazing how much, when you take the border off, it transforms the picture as well. It gives it a real crisper finish, as if it's not bled all the way through. And it hasn't the last few times I've done it, so as it will in that one place, but that's it. Now I'm just moving it about, but I don't want to be quite dry now. Now, there's some areas here that I really like. I like this area, and I like this area here. Not too sure I like that area, so I am going to change that up a little bit. I'm going to do that using 99% alcohol, rather than the 75%. So let's try and change this up here. So I'm going to put some alcohol in here. I'm going to put quite a bit down because I'm going to put a dob of Sapphire Blue in there. Okay. And I'm going to move it about with the air. See what happens there. And this air does last a long time. You can use a little air gun if you want. Can't think what they're called at the minute. Airbrush. That's what word I was looking for. You can use an airbrush. Okay. I'm enjoying that. I like that. I'm going to just put a bit here, and I'm going to put a bit of Sapphire Blue in that, just a tiny bit. There we go. And again, I'm going to spray that about. I've ordered an airbrush, so you'll be seeing me playing with that in the next couple of days. But you can see how that's gone quite matte there. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but the matte area, because it's mixed with alcohol ink, it's too hard a line there, so I'm going to bring in quite a lot of alcohol ink there. And actually, oh, that looks, I quite like what he's doing there, so I'm not going to touch that or mess about with it. So I'm actually quite enjoying that at the moment. I'm going to see where that goes. So, and up here, again, I do think that just needs a little bit more blend in. So I'm going to bring some alcohol ink in here, and the paper's bubbling there, so that probably will just roll into that. I'm going to get rid of these little tendrils because they don't match the rest of it. And go a bit darker there. Again with the Sapphire Blue. There we go. And that will need a bit of a spray. Now, I weren't going to go in that with the air, but I have done. Okay, so that's the picture so far, just with the blues. Now what I'm going to do is, and I really did like this effect, I'm going to let this dry off a little and see what that does. Not too much. Stop, Stephen, stop, because it's not your local worker. Oh look, I can't help myself. And I know that's creating something that I don't really say I like, which is the circles, but actually I can feel that that is really enhancing that picture. And if I zoom into that, there we go. There we go. Sorry, it's wobbling because it's on my thing. Okay. So there we go. So we're going to let that dry. I'll speed that up. Okay, I'm just going to go over the edges of the tape, the sellotape, with a little bit of paper towel, just in case there's anything still wet on there. So I want to take that off. I don't want it to be splashing all over my picture. How dry is that? Yep, that's quite dry. So now I'm going to show you what it looks like if I can get the tape up. Here we go. There's that bit first. With the nice clear. There we go. And that's how it looks once your tape comes off. And I think it just gives a nice border to your picture. Now, to get it off, I'm just using a cotton wool tab. Cotton wool bad, and some 99% alcohol, not over the picture because I don't want it to drop on it. And how you can do it is by just giving that a bit of a go there, and it will eventually take that stain out, although sometimes it does stain the paper, and so all you have to do is go over it with a little bit of white paint to neaten up your border. There we go. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.